can you tell the people watching like what that means? Like, what is the goal of, like, you know, why is this a justice question? It's not just like why isn't it just like a technology question?
This is a justice question because most of the people impacted throughout the planet are people of color. So when you look at fracking, you see that it's happening in areas like Oklahoma on native reservations. You see the chemicals going to Latino communities where there's dumps, and a lot of the economic restructuring that's happening under the new global economy is bringing a lot of more of those waste things to people of color. So this is a very much of a justice thing. So we do work in Louisiana, in Texas. So in Texas, you know, in Houston, we have people, there's people there that live in communities that are totally devastated by the petrochemical industry, where you have literally millions and millions of gallons of fuel right next to a high school that was dedicated to Cesar Chavez, right? And one of the plants also makes pesticides. So to us, that's a slap in the face. That's not something that Cesar would have wanted. And ultimately, it is about justice.
And then the question is like, so we have these systems of justice, and there's like tremendous power between the fossil fuel industry, like the Wall Street. I mean, we're here in New York. Like, there's about like where does the power come from to change that? Like,
so the power comes from having local economies, like I said, and having people understand that whatever they consume, they can produce locally. And it's starting. There's a big revolution on community farming, on different products that don't contain a bunch of these chemicals. So that's where it's starting. And it's also already hitting mainstream. We had a national campaign to remove BPA from drinking bottles. So now you know that everything says BPA free. So that's part of the revolution. All that needs to be understood. That it didn't happen because the industries one day woke up and said, oh, let's take BPA out of bottles, or let's take BPA out of children's toys. It was us moving folks to saying that's not good.
And so you think that we can like take fossil fuels out of like our lives and like and have those lives be better?
If we don't, we're on a collision course with destruction. So ultimately we have to, and a lot of the solutions that are coming up nowadays, I mean, they're very innovative, so that's what we have to focus on, solutions that make sense. So no to nuclear energy, no to fracking, no to all these other false solutions like REDS, redefining. Yeah, so the UN tends to put in a lot of programs in indigenous communities throughout the world and gives them money to plant, like eucalyptus, which is an invasive species. And and they're saying that that's going to be the carbon sink, that those trees are going to,
Message on español. Okay. For the movement.
Estamos aquí porque solo hay un mundo y este mundo nos lo estamos acabando. Nos lo estamos acabando con petróleos y diferentes cosas de base de carbón. Entonces necesitamos hacer algo ahorita para que haya futuro para nuestros niños después. Entonces aquí estamos para declarar que las soluciones falsas como el fracking y todo eso lo demás no es para nosotros factible ni hace sentido, porque últimamente causa más problemas que lo que produce.
And then, if people want to learn more about the Just Transition Alliance and your work, what should they do?
They can go online to act.tv.org.
And they can plug in and get involved on the ground?
Yeah. And they can also go to the Climate Justice Alliance and to climatejusticealliance.org or grassrootsglobaljustice.org.
Thank you so much.